you can go ahead and pop off, Queen.
Uh, thank you for the permission to do that.
Rated E for everything. Balls right on the fucking wall. Sack sticking to the wall because it's 36 degrees outside. That's how balls were going to the wall. Anyway, welcome back to a brand new episode of Rated E for Everything, ladies and gentlemen, where we love talking about balls in the cold. Fucking lovely.
It's the podcast where we talk a little about a lot, whether it be balls or other things. We're here for all of it.
I figured that since I missed last week and y'all talked about Frozen, what better way to talk about that than to talk about things that are cold and ball sacks?
That is so Carl of you.
Perfect.
I missed you, dude.
I miss being here, guys. College sucks.
Don't
do
lie.
it.
You
Not
love it.
a little bit, yeah. I don't have my iconic emote today that I had on, even though it was like hit or miss last time with my giant floral bouquet.
Ball. We're just going balls all day.
Yeah, we're just going with the backwards hat look. I think that it's just a classic. So
It's a classic. It was so much so that I got up and was like, wait, we can't record yet. I want to match you. And I went and got a hat just so I could be as iconic as Carl. So iconic. Look at him. Look at him go. Did I say I missed you? I take it back.
Anyway, on today's episode of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, Chanel and I are going to be doing a versus kind of thing. We're going to be looking at Marvel and DC characters and their counterparts. So like characters in Marvel that are similar to characters in DC and vice versa. And which one of them is the more powerful version of like that, I don't know, archetype, character archetype?
Yeah.
Yeah, big words. I really am a college student.
$5 word. Look at that. If you too, for $100,000, could learn one word.
I have word a day toilet paper.
Do you really?
No.
Oh, I was like, that's also such a Carl thing that would happen. So today, obviously, if you couldn't have guessed this yourself, Carl will be your Marvel expert and I will be your DC pretend to be expert, and we'll see how it goes.
Expert is not by any means am I an expert on any of these characters besides maybe Iron Man.
Yeah, neither of us are experts on comics, period.
That's also accurate. So any discrepancies, you can take it up with my secretary.
I'll take your discrepancies, although I'm not Carl's secretary. You know the rules. It's rated for everything. Our opinion is right, and everything you think about it is wrong, unless you agree.
Speaking of opinions and rules and words,
the Cammy game?
Yeah, except we won't explain the rules, and instead we're just gonna go.
Do it to it.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Always ready.
3, 2, 1.
Robot.
Smoke.
Robot and smoke.
I got it. Chanel, please. Nerd brain meld with me. Do it. Come on. You're so close. I'm arriving.
I feel like I'm gonna let you down so hard. Okay, go ahead.
No,
I'm gonna let you down.
I'm gonna do it. All right.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, maybe.
In 3, 2, 1.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh
yes! I didn't know if you're gonna go. I didn't know if you're gonna go like a character specifically. So I was like, I don't know. Yes, that was so fucking good. That was so good.
I'm so happy.
Oh wow, I am happy. That was
fucking awesome.
I'm excited about that. That was a good one.
That was great, actually.
Hell yeah.
So almost as good as when we got elves on the first try.
That was
when we said elves at the exact same time.
Yeah.
that was even crazier.
Round 2 win. That's fucking good.
Hell yeah.
I haven't talked to you in a while and we haven't lost our mojo, so
what the fuck?
Yeah, you right.
Did you think that would happen? Did you
think
that would happen?
Maybe a little. We haven't even like actually talked in a long time.
I have to go finish the rest of this podcast episode. So let's do that now.
Wow, good. Really good segue. You
Now.
really nailed that one.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
So up first, our first matchup of the day, everybody, is Iron Man versus Blue Beetle. Iron Man being from Marvel, Blue Beetle being from DC. And Chanel, I would like you to go first.
Yeah, I feel like everyone pretty much knows who Iron Man is, so
I mean, I can like give like brief description, guys. He's a big man in a suit of armor, and if you take that away, he's a billionaire playboy philanthropist. So,
yeah.
I feel like that's the only descriptions that I really need to give.
I just want to know how much you rehearsed that. Like
Not at
you
all.
were waiting for that moment.
That happened just now because I know Avengers line by line.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and assume that most people aren't super familiar with Blue
Correct.
Beetle, because even if you're a fan of DC, he's not like a huge character, to be quite honest, for a
Which is
while.
honestly like not great, I think, because like number one, guys, you got the person of color representation. He's Latino.
Correct.
Miguel O'Hara, right? Am I getting the name right? No. I'm thinking of
Jaime.
I'm thinking of Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, he's Jaime Reyes.
But still, like a really cool, awesome character who deserves more representation in the comics and the movies and the shows and the games.
He is super cool. Also my favorite character in Injustice. Okay, so there are 3 versions of Blue Beetle, but I'm gonna go with the most recent one because I like him best, which is Jaime Reyes. He's just like a teenager from Texas, El Paso, Texas, and he just honestly happens upon a suit. Like he just finds it in
Nice.
like an abandoned lot, and it's kind of like in a backpack, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And he like picks it up and he's like, that's weird, and he takes it home and it fuses to his spine in his sleep,
That's
and it
good. That sounds good for him.
yeah, and it's this ancient suit that kind of like Iron Man envelops his whole body, except it's all blue, obviously. Super badass. It has legs kind of like the Iron Spider. If you're into Marvel, you'll relate to that. And it's called something like Egyptian. Oh, I might have read it. Oh, it's called a Kaji Da. And the origin of it kind of goes back and forth. A lot of people like the main origin is that it's alien technology.
Okay, I think I
And it
knew that actually.
yeah, the only like discrepancy is that at some point Dr. Fate says like this is an alien technology. This is from the magics, like ancient magic. So unsure. But uh
Interesting.
most likely alien tech, and the suit originally had its own mind that was connected to a hive mind from the aliens,
Huh.
and the suit was actually made to take over the host and like take over their personality and use them as like a succubus would.
Succubus.
But
Why is that like you could have said parasite, like
I
anything
know.
else?
I'm
Like, no,
sorry.
you went with succubus.
My bad.
Oh,
My bad.
fucking, no, why are you apologizing?
So
Why?
this thing actually got broken throughout history of wherever it was on Earth. And so instead of becoming like this leech, it actually becomes like a symbiotic, kind of like Venom, like they get
Mm,
along and they just enhance each other. Um
well, shit.
yeah, so that being said, powers and abilities, obviously he's got the suit of armor, so he's protected at all times. It can translate all alien languages. He's set for space travel, regular flight. He can make like energy balls and energy beams, kind of like Iron Man. He has an energy shield. The suit can connect with any machinery around him and like make it function.
Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Um, because the suit's kind of alive, it basically like has a spidey sense and can like protect Jaime even when he's not paying attention. And it
Okay.
can actually like half unfuse from his spine and like function without him. And
Huh.
oh, and he can form like whatever melee weapon that he wants at will. So he's like super cannon and like puts his arms together and the suit makes a super cannon.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think that's about it.
Okay. When I had like thought about like this matchup, I had very much in mind like Iron Man's suit from Infinity War, like the nanotech,
Okay.
like because that felt like the most like comparable to me. Or I guess the one from Infinity War would work too because like that's I feel like it's the same concept, just different colors.
Yeah, it's still
um,
nanotech.
yeah, but like a nanotechnology suit, sort of like the same thing as Blue Beetle, where he could like kind of like create whatever he wanted to at will, like with out of the nanites.
Yeah.
So but I guess now we can get into the actual like battle aspect. So in terms of Tony Stark's powers, obviously he has his suit, which has like the nanotech and stuff, so the same capabilities in terms of weapon creation as Jaime, and then intellect, like superior intellect,
Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah, just that like
Jaime's
that,
just a
like,
kid.
yeah, and then also like if we're doing, I don't know how we would like format these fights, but whatever AI he has with him, like that's like kind of acts as his like sixth sense too. I feel
Yeah, that's
like,
very true. I do think that in terms of like senses or like innate ability, Jaime would win
oh yeah,
because he's like, even if he's not fucking thinking, like he's protected.
sure,
Um, I think that Tony definitely has him beat intellectually.
mm.
The only thing I could like give props to Jaime for is that he also has an alien hive mind that he has access to.
And I can imagine that would have a wealth of information.
Yeah. So I feel like they're pretty neck and neck still.
I would almost say like not to like deplore my boy Tony. Like I don't know like the destructive ability of or the destructibility of the Blue Beetle suit. Like how easily can that shit get busted apart? Is it difficult? Is it easy? Like
Like broken apart.
yeah, like how like because I mean with Iron Man suits like you hit it hard enough like it'll break. Like
I don't think it's very destructible, although again, not a comic expert. I know that at
mm,
some point Bruce Wayne makes upgrades to it. So clearly it had some defects at some point that
sure.
Bruce was like, I can help you out, bro.
Yeah. Hmm. I personally think I guess it just would depend like with prep time like I think Tony Stark would probably be able to beat him if he knew who he was fighting. Because,
I'm
but then again,
yeah.
like Tony also like knows how to think on his feet too. Like in the moment, like I feel like that's also kind of a big like a skill set of his. So, but like potentially just sheer power. Like if you like his is limited because it's limited to what his suit can do. Like and like the nanites to create things come like those are finite. Like you have
Yeah.
infinite possibilities with a symbiotic suit that is attached to you.
Yeah, I think I totally agree actually. Jaime I think has the advantage, but I think
Mm.
Tony's just better at it.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say is like even if like even with these disadvantages that I'm saying towards Tony, like I think that he would still like I think he would still get the win because of his sheer like experience and also like his ability to think quickly and critically on the spot. Like I think
He's
he could figure out
also
a way to take him out like pretty fast.
he's also relentless. Tony Stark like does not give up.
Mm-hmm.
And where
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jaime is kind of like, I have a family at home, please don't kill me. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Jaime's also like Peter Parker in that he's just this young kid that jokes around a lot, makes a lot of like fun puns while he's fighting, and like he's kind of just a goofball.
I
Also
like
I
that.
the suit powers I didn't add like the iron spider legs. He like stabs people through the heart with that. So like
Oh,
it's pretty intense.
so he can go off then is what you're saying.
He's pretty relentless. But yeah, I agree that I think Tony just wins on intellect.
Yeah. Okay. Damn. Who would have thought? Me. I would
You're like you do.
have.
But like go check out Blue Beetle because he's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Chanel, I think like I knew about him because I had seen him in like one of the shows when I was a kid, but I never like you definitely like got me a little bit more like into like actually like giving a shit about his character as a whole, I'd say.
He's a badass.
Yeah, he
He is.
definitely is. So for our second matchup of the day, we have the Flash from DC versus Quicksilver from Marvel. I
Which
will give a little bit of description of Quicksilver. Quicksilver is a mutant. He is the son of Magneto, and he is the sister to Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch. And his ability is that he runs fast. He runs fast. That's it. He's just quick. He's just fast. I will say that, like, in terms of power scaling, I kind of already know how this fight's going to go, but it's okay. Go ahead. Talk about Barry Allen.
yeah,
Oh wait, what is Pietro Maximoff is
yes,
Quicksilver's name.
correct.
Peter Maximoff, Pietro, whatever you want to call him.
Pietro,
Pietro.
Sokovian.
Correct.
I think it's funny because I think you're way more of a Flash fan than I am. So on this one, we're a bit flip flopped. But obviously, we're choosing Barry Allen, the most famous Flash. He's not the only Flash, though.
Next, I feel like under him is Wally West.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. So Barry Allen, on top of being very fast, is also a forensic scientist. So Homeboy's just super smart. He got his powers from a Star Laboratories, some kind of machine, a particle accelerator
Yeah,
machine.
a particle
It
accelerator
It
explosion.
exploded, yeah, and it created a thundercloud, which then Barry got struck by lightning, went into a coma for 9 months. So symbolism. He was reborn as a speedster. He can run very fast. His metabolism is so sped up that he has super healing. He can run fast enough to time travel. He moves quicker than the speed of thought. Um,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
he can create
Correct.
tornadoes and wind bursts with his arms. He can create lightning and control lightning. He also has powers that can slightly control magnetism. Fucking what else?
It's
Oh,
getting
he can.
embarrassing at this point
Yeah, he can. He can pass through objects because he can control his molecular density by
because
moving
of
with
his speed.
speed. Yeah.
He's
His
also got
cost.
his speed force connection. I feel like gives him just like that's a crazy leg up.
Yeah. His costume comes in a ring, which I think is one of his most badass things.
Tight. That is tight as fuck.
Super cool. Have I missed anything? Oh, he can't be mind controlled at all because his thoughts and the particles in his brain move faster than people can like use their telekinetic powers or telepathic powers. So all in
Um,
all,
I don't think that we really need to get into this in any more detail, because I think Quicksilver would die without a thought. He would die thoughtlessly. I don't
just
think he
like in
could.
Marvel.
Yep, that is still too soon.
Yikes! Yikes! My bad.
I honestly like it's so embarrassing the power discrepancy between these two. Like it's crazy.
I don't know enough about Marvel to know if he has more backstory and more power developed later. I just know MCU Quicksilver and then like X-Men Quicksilver, and he's just fast.
hmm I don't think that any like I don't think either like I don't think he even in the comics like has the ability to run as fast as to time travel. I could be very wrong on that.
Yeah, I have no idea about Quicksilver and Marvel.
But the fact that there's an entire comic book storyline about Barry Allen going back to the past and changing things,
So
go
cool.
and
Watch
how
Flashpoint.
yeah, literally was so good. Great movie. And the fact that there isn't anything like that in Marvel, I think it's pretty clear that like there's a huge power vacuum between the two of them. That's
I've
almost
said it a
embarrassing.
million times. I love Marvel. I love the MCU. Marvel kills live action, but DC comics are just superior.
Yeah, agreed.
I actually was just talking to Batman, our guest on
Batman.
an episode, and our guest artist on our logo. Check her out. I was just talking to her about the Flashpoint movie because she hasn't watched animated DC movies.
Oh man, mistake. I've only
Yeah.
seen the one. I've only seen the one.
I just sent her a list of 10. I'll send it to you. Like
Okay.
worth watching. But the Flashpoint is so freaking cool. All I don't know, listeners, go watch the movie. It's
Go watch the
animated.
Flashpoint movie.
It's animated, and the first 5 minutes you're gonna be like, really? And then it's fucking badass. It's so brutal.
I was hooked from the get go. So
Yeah, very good.
it was good. It is a good movie. It was me buried. It's such a meme. It's so funny. Oh man, so the Flash takes the dub on this round, ladies and gentlemen,
Did you know that
and
he was originally called the Red Streak? That just sounds like a period joke.
that is what I call my penis.
Oh my god.
And trust me when I say,
It goes fast, ladies and gents.
yes, it does.
Way too fast, and then it's gone.
2 minutes of your pleasure, baby.
Oh god. All right, move on.
Okay, so the whole idea for this podcast was I saw an Instagram post that said like who would win in a fight, Scarlet Witch or Raven, and I texted Chanel about it and I said, I know you're at work, but drop what you're doing and answer this question for me. And Chanel being a legend, didn't do that and continued to work hard and diligently like she should.
I could not stop thinking about this fucking question. I texted him for like an hour and I was like, dude, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I was so torn. And I'm like at work, like trying to work, but also texting Carl every detail I know about both of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't know the answer.
And so I figured like basically we came to the conclusion that Raven would win, or no, that Wanda would win.
Wanda would win unless she was too emotional, because Raven would just wreck her emotionally.
So I chose to have Scarlet Witch instead go up against Zatanna, who is a magician from DC, who I think is a little bit more like closer in power, at least to Scarlet Witch, I think.
I think it's a really good matchup.
Okay, perfect. You can go ahead and talk about your lady.
Zatanna, who's not my lady in the two of these, but underrated fucking character. Do you know a lot about her?
No, I mean, besides the fact that she's a baddie, no.
She is a baddie, that's for sure. She's a looker. Okay, so in-depth explanation?
Absolutely.
All right, so Zatanna is a stage magician, but also a real magician because her and her father and her brother are a special race of humans, a special species of humans called something like Homo Magi, like something that says magic human, basically. Homo Magi.
Seriously?
Yeah, they have like genetic differences, which a lot of people don't know.
That's so cool.
So she's like a superhuman. She is at one point in a relationship with John Constantine. Also with Barry Allen after his wife dies.
R.I.P. Iris. JK.
Yeah.
I do not care about Iris.
And then also, which a lot of people don't know, her and Batman were like so in love, but
I knew that.
Batsy, of course, being the Batsy he is, was like, yo, I gotta focus on saving the city, so I can't be in a relationship. So they basically just always loved each other and became besties. She got friend zoned. And then Homegirl, fun facts, Homegirl was like, oh my god, Bruce is engaged and he doesn't love me, but you know who's better for Bruce? Yo, Selena, go hit your boy up. He's gonna drop his fiance for you, and he does. Amazing. That's a bestie for show. He does.
We will be discussing Selena Kyle at some point later.
Another baddie.
That's a matchup of baddies. This is a matchup of baddies too. What the fuck am I talking about?
Yeah, it sure is. So Zatanna has an infinite knowledge of spells. They say that her knowledge of spells is immeasurable. So she is the most powerful magician in DC, which a lot of people do not agree with, but it's like literal facts. Like, she's the most powerful. She has, like I said, genetic ability as well as she's just a fucking master.
Who do they argue is the best, like, instead of her? Dr. Fate?
Dr. Fate.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to that too.
Yeah. So she's got mastery of the mystical as well as cosmic forces. So yeah, she's like OP as fuck.
Hello.
And she has infinite knowledge of cosmic forces that are as old as the creation of the universe. Yeah, Homegirl's like insane and no one gives her credit. She is also called the Sorceress Supreme, which is usually a title left for Dr. Fate, the Sorcerer Supreme. She is a pro at logomancy, which is saying spells backwards so that other people can't understand them, so that they can't counter curse you. Um, so she basically speaks in tongues backwards. She can also do them forwards, obviously. She can teleport, she can heal, she can manipulate other people's minds. She can also use tarot cards to get insight on people and events that are going to take place in the future. If she doesn't use her powers, they only get stronger. Her downside is that if she does use her powers too much, she has to rest. Otherwise, they become weakened more and more. Oh, this is a cool fun fact is so she's obviously she's a stage actress as well as like a super magician in real life. Um, she masters sleight of hand. Now, she came up with a shuffling style for cards that is so fast to the human eye that no one can follow it except for one person who's a pro card counter. Do you know who that one person is that can follow her sleight of hand?
Is it Bruce Wayne?
Nope, it's
Oh,
Selena Kyle.
that's so funny.
So
That's so
this
funny.
bitch is a cosmic like species of magician, and this cat burglar's like, I got you, girl. I can still count it. Like the only person. I think that's fucking wild.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so she's also super skilled in hand-to-hand combat and also a master escape artist. So she's intense.
I feel very like now I feel like a lot less excited to talk about Scarlet Witch.
I don't know, dude. It's like a pretty good matchup if you're not
Yeah, I will
using the
say
MCU
so.
one.
So I'm gonna go off Comic Wanda because Comic Wanda is built different. Comic Wanda is fucking
She's
crazy.
she's got more
So
experience.
she's got obviously she's the Scarlet Witch, so she's got a breadth of chaos magic and knowledge at her disposal, as well as a significant amount of unbridled trauma that just can do nothing but benefit you as a person. Um, and like her ability to like her reality manipulating abilities is crazy, like on a scale like that is unforeseen. I think. I mean
Oh
the
yeah.
fact that there's a whole comic book arc where she gets rid of mutants
All of
with
them.
3 words. Like she
No
says, no more
more
mutants. And guess
mutants.
what, y'all? There are no more mutants.
Gone. She
Guess
did
what?
that.
She did it. Like that's it. That was it. It was that easy. It was a whisper. Like,
Yeah. For
and
real.
I think that like that just like I feel like that's just a showcase of her true power. Like I feel like Zatanna has like that. She got the knowledge, but damn, like if Scarlet Witch doesn't have like just like the sheer raw energy and power to like, because it's crazy. Like again, like it is a power like unforeseen. Like it's reality manipulating abilities, like just general like magical abilities and witch abilities as well. On top of the fact of like her mutant and latent powers that she has is it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I again couldn't agree more. Wanda's raw power.
That's her whole thing. Even in the
Eh,
comics, that's really what it is. Experience. She's much more experienced in the comics than she is like where she is
oh
at
yeah.
right now in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it is still very much like just sheer power right to you.
And like you said, like layers of power, the mutant, the latent one that she was probably born with, the
Mm.
chaos magic, like the skill, like insane layers of power. Also, something with the emotions and witches, I swear. Because the more like emotional Wanda gets, the more powerful she gets. It's
Hmm.
it's chaos, obviously, but she gets more powerful. Zatanna's the opposite. If she's like fucked up mentally or like emotionally or like not self-confident, her powers almost disappear.
All right, so if we're gonna do this right, let's have Zatanna. Just she's waking up from a week of sleep, and Wanda is getting out of a week in the psych ward.
Oh
And now
fuck.
they're gonna fight.
Oh my
And now
god.
they're gonna go at
Oh
it.
my dude, I need some rich fucking friend to animate this for us. Like that would be a movie every single one of us would be
Oh my god, that'd
so
be
in
crazy.
for.
Could you imagine?
Oh god. Yeah, okay. So absolutely heartbroken mental breakdown Wanda versus fully rested and mentally okay Zatanna. It's a fucking battle.
I really I don't even know who would come out on top. Personally, it seems like Zatanna would win because even like with these reality manipulating powers, although I guess she could just speak 3 words and wipe her out of existence, eh? But I
Yeah,
don't really.
right,
But I don't
right.
know. Like I don't know. Like I'm assuming Zatanna would have a counter for that. Like
I
I feel
think
like
it's a tough one because she would probably curse Wanda before Wanda even knew it.
okay,
But if Scarlet Witch was like experienced Scarlet Witch and she even got close to the mind manipulation, as soon as she instills fear in Zatanna, she's
it's
like
done. Yeah,
useless.
yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough call.
Oh, that's another thing I completely forgot to mention. Mind manipulation. Like she is able to fuck with your head very easily. All you got to do is get close to you. Like, and then she's like, and you're gone. It's over.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just a little
Your
bit, just
greatest
a little bit
fears.
of yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just that.
Mm-hmm. Just that.
Just she calls
Um,
him Elizabeth Olsen calls him the Wiggly Woos. They didn't know what to call him in the script, so they're
that
like, I
is
don't know,
so funny.
come up with a name for it. She's like what? The Wiggly Woos? And they wrote it in the script forever after that as do Wiggly Woos.
I love Marvel. I love Marvel.
Yeah,
I love that.
same.
Um, fuck. I have no idea who would win. No idea. I'm gonna. What
That's
I
a
mean, what
good
do you
matchup.
think?
I I think that unhinged Wanda would do
Would
something
win?
reckless. Yeah.
Yeah, destroy the world, probably.
I think she would destroy like Zatanna, I feel would be like measured and calculated,
Mm,
whereas like unhinged Scarlet Witch would take out half the world.
that is
I,
seems accurate.
so
Just so she's like, I'm gonna get this dub no matter what. Like you're not taking this
yeah,
win away from me, man.
it's the chaos. She literally does not give a fuck about repercussions in
Yeah,
any version of Wanda.
no, never. She's always like, oh well.
I want it, I got it. Like
Yeah, seriously, seriously.
yeah. So I
So
would give it to Scarlet Witch.
so unhinged Wanda, a week out of the psych ward, not doing so hot. But I feel like both of them, like, just a regular night's rest instead of a week of sleep, and Wanda being in like a good mental state. I feel like Zatanna would clap her.
Oh
So
yeah, I agree.
okay.
I mean, all of these are gonna be like situational,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
That's why
Yeah.
they're paired up.
Yeah. So keeping in line with the Wizards, the Wizards, we're gonna talk about the next matchup, which is Doctor Strange from Marvel and Doctor Fate from Dick Cunt Comics.
Good
And
one.
thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
very good.
So Stephen Strange is an ex-doctor who was a neurosurgeon until he got into a nasty ass car accident. And because he's the most unlucky motherfucker on the planet, he broke his hands. And guess what? No more neurosurgeon.
Whoops! I don't know. Don't text and drive, kids.
So to go try to find a fix for his fucked up hands, he instead becomes a master of magic because those are the same. So he finds an ancient, I don't even remember the name of it, whatever mountain he goes to in the Himalayas, something like that, or in India. He goes somewhere and he meets the ancient one and he learns all about, the magical side of the Marvel universe, and he gets trained and he becomes the master of the dark arts, right? Like that's what is the Sorcerer Supreme. That's a Harry Potter thing.
I was gonna say the dark arts is not the right word.
Yep. Master of the Mystic Arts. That's the
Mystic
one.
arts, yeah.
That's the one. He becomes the master of the Mystic Arts.
He just
becomes
turns
the
into
sorcerer.
to Severus Snape.
Yeah,
overnight.
he's got the cape for it.
Yeah, true.
He has the ability to use a multitude of magics, and that is like, again, I don't even think I could list them all. It's just a bunch of crazy shit, like a lot of different magical abilities that are truly like, it's crazy. Like the ability to go into like the glass, whatever that weird like glass dimension is. Like I can't remember what that's called. Also, his ability to utilize the Eye of Agamotto, which is the time stone. I don't know if you were. I was gonna have him be able to use that for this. I figured that was fair. Like,
I think he would have to.
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can we go with the what if Doctor Strange, please? Can we use that one instead?
Yeah. He the. What is he called?
Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed.
Yeah. You
We don't
might.
have to do him, but that one, he's fucking crazy. Y'all, go watch What If. He eats a universal explosion.
That is
I
so
am
cool.
not kidding. He eats it like it's a cake, like a little cupcake. He's like,
He doesn't even like burp after. He's just like,
nope. He's like,
that was good.
so delicious. Like, love it.
Oh my god.
Just a little universal explosion. No big deal. Just eating that shit like it's normal.
Easy. Easy. Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, he's fucking crazy. He's got the ability to manipulate time as well as utilize a bunch of different magics. Also, like the wealth, like the knowledge of the ancient one, as well as like I don't know every other sorcerer supreme that's ever existed. Um, he's tamed like Dormammu and a bunch of other crazy evil tamed is loosely used
Yeah.
there. Um,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
and he's pretty powerful. He's pretty powerful, especially in the comics. Like he is very much like another like reality manipulator. Like he can do some very crazy shit with reality and change things around very easily. And I'm pretty sure there's even a comic where he wipes all of existence. He wipes away all of existence. There is. It's one of the more recent ones, but he's doing something and he gets rid of everything, and it's just him. He's on a blank comic book page and he's like, "What the fuck happened?"
He's like, oh man, undo.
No,
Yeah,
like
correct me if I'm wrong, but he's got to be one of Marvel's bigs.
yeah, he's like one of the most like OP superheroes. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, that's good and all, but now look at this Funko Pop that I have right over my right shoulder here.
Can you see it? Oh,
Yeah,
he's right
okay.
here. Also, Scarlet Witch.
Perfect.
Probably like 10 other of the ones we'll talk about. Um, so I mean, it'll still be a good matchup. It's not
Okay.
like he's gonna get blown out of the water. I mean, he's
Yeah.
incredible. Dr. Fate, I chose Kent Nelson.
That's the original one, right?
Yeah, there's also like a bunch of versions. I think there's
Oh.
like 6 or 7.
Damn. Well, Stephen Strange is the only Doctor Strange, guys.
Yeah. So Kent Nelson, he was the original. So what happened for him to get his powers? He was just a kid and he went with his dad who was an explorer, and they went to Egypt or Mesopotamia. That's the Egyptian region. And his dad thought the aliens were created, or pyramids were created by aliens, so they wanted to go explore them.
Seems
Um
facts.
I think that too.
Yeah, seriously.
So they end up by a statue of Naboo, and they explore it,
The
and
planet?
NABU, so a little different. And this like statue slash tomb kind of opens, and it like emits these like ancient gases, and it kills his dad like immediately.
Solid. Good. How old was he? 9? 6?
He was between like 9 and 12.
That's good. It's
Yeah.
healthy.
Really good for him. Yeah. So the spirit of Naboo, whatever you want to say, is like, sorry, I killed your dad, bro. Let me teach you the secrets of the universe in return. Like, maybe a lot of DC people think that it was like on purpose, like he sought out the boy and killed his dad so that he could make him his apprentice. But speculation.
Okay.
So he raises this kid from whatever age to become an adult, and he is a sorcerer in all of the secrets of the universe. He gets a very charmed with the spirit amulet, helmet, and like a cloak like Doctor Strange. And some people think that when he turns into Dr. Fate or he's doing Dr. Fate things, that the spirit of Naboo actually like takes over his body. That's why his
Oh,
like
really?
yeah, that's why his eyes shine and stuff, but it's not like confirmed. He also doesn't age, and I had to pull up a list because there is so much happening. Um I'm just gonna like shoot off his powers because there are so many. Um
Okay.
So he's one of the most powerful sorcerers on Earth, matched by almost no one except for Zatanna. He's got innate mystical abilities. He's got super strength, the ability to fly, mental powers like telekinesis, telepathy, and he can summon lightning and fire at will. He can travel through dimensions, turn invisible, summon force fields to protect himself from harm. He can use magic. And here's just a numbered list. He's got flight, telekinesis, super strength, force field projection, invulnerability. So he's indestructible. Energy construct creation, resurrection, divination, necromancy, transdimensional teleportation, intangibility, hypnosis, spellcasting, eldritch blast, flame spells, telepathy, immortality, magnetic manipulation, energy negation, healing, chronokinesis, biofission, divine empowerment, energy control and projection, molecular reconstruction, invisibility, clairvoyance, astral projection, phasing, energy resistance. He's also just naturally good at medicine knowledge, hand-to-hand combat, multilingualism, archaeology, and occultism. So, just like a couple. So it says in there, he's indestructible, he's immortal, and he's a necromancer, and he can resurrect himself.
Yeah, he's got self-res, man. Like, it's not even a fight at this point. It's a fucking slaughter. God.
So that's it would be a really badass fight. It would be one of the coolest fights you could ever watch, but I just don't think Strange holds up.
Yeah. I googled some of his powers. It's not anything nearly as I don't think it's anything nearly as intense as him. Like, I don't think it's anything that can even begin to compare. I just assume that way anyway.
Dr. Fate is
powers
in my top 3. So
infinite, longevity, and fearlessness. Energy blast, mystic bolt, astral projection, banishment, conjuring, transmutation, telepathy, telekinesis, flight, protective shields, hypnotism, illusions, intangibility, time manipulation, elemental manipulation, teleportation, dimensional travel, universal awareness, various other spells. The words.
I mean, a lot of those are the same.
Yeah. The words is an ability that he got from somebody called the Black Priest, and it is the ability to use language to distort reality.
Cool. Fucking cool.
He, in the words, can create energy blast, pyrokinesis, chirokinesis, organic disintegration, and paralysis.
So he's an element bender.
Abilities: expert occultist and magical knowledge, strategist, martial arts, former surgeon.
Former surgeon. Throw that in there for good measure.
He's good. He's bad at gesture dependency, though. Don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's like Naruto.
Oh, his hand signs?
Like, yeah, the gestures. Like, if he has to do that, he's bad at it because he can't use his hands.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. Nice. Thinking critically.
Yes. Again, I think it would be one of the most badass fights that could be in film if anyone ever did it. Yeah. But as OP as Strange is in the Marvel universe, I don't know if he'd hold up to Dr. Fate.
I don't think so. So that is currently a 2-2 tie for DC and Marvel. Scarlet Witch and Iron Man taking 2 dubs, and The Flash and Doctor Fate taking their own. Cool. All right. So as I said, everybody, 2-2 right now for Marvel DC. We have 3 more to talk to you guys about with. That was awesome words.
Talk to you with about
for sure.
Did you hear last week's episode? I don't know if you got that far, but I went to say something and I still to this day don't remember what I was going to say because I said the phrase "my listeners" and then I was like totally engrossed with the fact that I had just said that and I like literally lost all train of thought.
My listeners.
And I was like, my listener. I just went on a rant about how you're mine now. It was awful. Anyways, continue.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was bad. Oh, no. It was ugly.
So for our next fight, we are going to do Black Cat and Catwoman. Chanel, if you want to talk about Catwoman, you can go ahead and pop off, Queen.
Thank you for the permission to do that. So we talked about a fight of baddies. Let me just say, goddamn,
Lord.
Ooh, got all the leather. So Catwoman is obviously a Batman anti-hero. She is Selena Kyle. You all know her probably as Halle Berry. That's unfortunate for you. I mean, I love Halle Berry, but that movie was trash. Uh,
I know her as Michelle Pfeiffer.
super.
I've never seen the Halle Berry thing.
Oh, don't watch it. Yeah, don't.
Okay. And Selena Kyle from Gotham. She was good. Don't remember the actress's name. She's
Oh
good.
yeah, she's good. Not a baddie quite yet. Maybe one day.
Nope, that's illegal actually. They think at the time.
And
Was
just
it?
yeah, I don't know. So Catwoman is the costume thief of Gotham City. She is an anti-hero. She reluctantly does good things all the time. She thinks she's this badass, hard-ass motherfucker, but she always helps out. She's not a heroine and she's not a villain. She is known as a cat burglar. Haha, very punny. And she is one of the only ones who can consistently avoid being captured by Batman when she does bad shit. Obviously, Selena Kyle and Bruce are super flirty, and eventually, in one of the comics, which I own an original of, hey, they get married.
There's
Um,
also a very nice picture of him eating her out.
yeah, that didn't get released, and then Jim Lee was like, haha, or was it Jim Lee?
I don't know. I don't remember, but somebody put that out there, and it's fantastic.
Oh,
One of
it's
the
so
best things I've
good.
ever seen.
So good. Catwoman
It's
is, as they describe it, massively hypersonic, which means she is quick. She's fast.
she's fast.
Um, I found this website that has stats like she was a video game character, which I
That's
think
so
is kind of
funny.
fun. But it just made me laugh because the lifting strength says peak human, so like regular
Nice.
strong.
Regular strong.
She's super smart. She is obviously has all the normal human weaknesses. If you don't know, Catwoman actually died. So Selena Kyle died, and cats saved her life and brought her back to life, which I think is wild. And she kind of
Damn.
has like cat-like abilities because of it. She's a mash. Oh, I didn't know. She's a master martial artist. She was trained by an armless master in martial arts, boxing, and street fighting. She has cat-like speed, agility, reflexes, balance, and
How did she get
flexibility.
resurrected? Was that the Lazarus pit? Because it usually is.
Not that I know of.
Oh,
It
what did
had
you say?
something to do with some cat god.
For sure. Of course.
She is a master boxer, kickboxer, taekwondo, hapkido, jiu-jitsu, dragon style kung fu, and karate. She is as has the ability of a stealthy large cat. She's a master thief. She mastered sleight of hand. I don't understand how she stays disguised because sometimes she doesn't wear a mask. She is a pro with a whip and many other weapons, and she is hot. That's her other superpower. Like
Yes, it
actually,
is.
she's got amazing seduction power. So
True.
that's Selena Kyle.
To talk a little bit about my girl Black Cat, Felicia
Oh,
Hardy,
Felicia. Hey.
one of Spider-Man's rogues, kind of a similar relationship to Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle. They have like a very on-off flirty relationship, and she's like kind of a I feel like she's an antagonist, but also like a hero sometimes. Like she'll help out, but also like emotionally manipulate you to get what she wants. Like it's kind of both of their things. I feel like at times.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
Felicia leans more towards the
evil.
bad side. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but she's not like trying to do world ending shit. She's just greedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
um, so she's a little bit more of the villain, but she's definitely very hot and very sexy. And to talk a little bit about her powers, something I didn't know at all that she had psychokinesis. Did you know about this?
No, I did not.
She
I
has
don't know what that
bad
means.
luck powers.
Oh, that makes so much
She
sense because she's Black Cat.
she gives people bad luck.
Yeah, when you see a black cat, you got whatever years of bad luck. That makes so much sense.
It's more active when she's fighting too. Like when she's getting attacked, it's more active. It affects profitability ratios.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Also, probably like why Peter has such bad luck for a long time.
Also, her like claws are not gloves; they are cybernetic enhancements that come out
Yeah.
of her nails directly, which is also I think very cool. She's an expert thief, just like Catwoman. She is an Olympic level athlete, also a skilled martial artist in Okinawa, Goju, Ryu, karate, and judo. So I guess that's a special form of karate that's only to Okinawa. Um, she defeated Sabretooth. I don't know if that's relevant information to you, but he's pretty crazy. Um, Black Cat, she's got a really good costume that's designed by the thinker, like using leather.
Mm.
And they increase her physical attributes. She's at peak human strength. She can lift approximately 800 pounds with a maximum effort.
Oh,
With
holy
no problem.
shit.
Superhuman speed, like enhanced, she can run about 40 miles an hour. That's her top speed. Superhuman agility because of her, she like is an Olympic gymnast basically, but just like on cocaine. Retractable claws, that are also like in the gloves too. So she's got the finger gloves and then more finger claws, like claws on claws, basically is what I'm
Claws
telling
on
you.
claws. Yeah, yeah.
Equilibrium earrings, which allows like she puts them in her ears and they allow her to like focus better and give her better balance. And
Awesome.
electromagnetic contact lenses that allows her to see a variety of colors in the electromagnetic spectrum. And
That's
they
so cool.
Yeah. I did not know she was this powerful, especially that bad luck shit is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I think that she would probably clap Catwoman.
Yeah, it sounds like she can lift 800 pounds and run at 40 miles per hour. I know that Selena has enhanced speed, but I mean, Bruce keeps up with her. So, like, she's not running at 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, we're talking about like the fact that like Felicia can keep up with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's like low-key like one of the most powerful superheroes in Marvel. He just holds
Yeah.
back. Like that's his whole thing. Like he's OP. Like he could kill you with a punch. It's a joke, but he
Yeah.
just holds back. Like
Wow. I knew Felicia was badass and I knew she had powers, but I didn't know a lot of those. Um, I don't quite understand the purpose of the contact lenses, like the
I don't
extra
either.
colors,
I
but it's
don't know. It just says that
badass.
they make her iris is a different color. I mean,
The
I guess it's good to see infrared and ultraviolet light. Like,
yeah,
and she's got the grappling hook, which I think that your girl has something similar. If not, she's got the.
the whip. I think Felicia would win too. Hearing that, the only thing that like Selena would have on her is I think Selena knows more fighting styles,
Yeah.
and also Selena has balance without earrings. So if she like, you know,
Hey, now this isn't just like she's got the balance. Like the equilibrium earrings are there to like make it better. Like perfect, damn near perfect. But I think like because I mean Olympic level gymnasts, like I feel like that's like
you're
they're on
pretty
the same level
balanced.
there. Like they both are like that at that like space, right? So I
Well,
feel like
one's Olympic gymnast and one is cat. Like they're very they're different, I think.
so the whole point of the equilibrium earrings is to allow her to accomplish feats beyond the capabilities of regular human athletes.
So they're just an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds. Here's what I actually think would happen. I think Felicia would win hearing all this, but here's what I actually think would happen. I think
They just
that
become friends.
they'd be besties. Like they'd be like, "Yo, you're hot and
Yeah.
badass. Like you do you. I'm gonna stay in this city. I'm gonna do
Yes.
me." And like, if you need help, let me know.
No, literally. No, literally. I think it's so like it's the white hair, man. That's what gets it for me with Selena. Like I don't know.
With Felicia,
Yeah, the white hair. Like it's what
you said
that's what gets
Selena.
oh no, Felicia with the white hair.
Mm,
In the Spider-Man game.
so good,
Mm.
so
It's
good.
it's terrible how awesome of a character she is, and that's it. That's all I care about.
Is all her attributes.
That's 3-2 in favor of Marvel.
I think I think there's a winner a brewing, but continue.
So up next, this one's gonna be on a little bit more obscure side because we like to drop knowledge bombs on y'all. So it
Yeah.
is Red Tornado from DC versus Vision from Marvel. and I will let Chanel take it away with Vision.
What? No, you do Vision.
Oh, with you go first with the red guy, with
The
Red
red
Boy.
guy. Red boy, red tornado. What an obscure pick.
Also, what they call my penis.
Oh my god, it's getting worse. Um,
My family listens to this.
yeah. Mine doesn't. I don't have fans.
And my employer.
Oh
Anyways.
yay. So the red tornado, super obscure. Even kind of in DC. He's not very big.
He's not in a whole lot. I know him. Like I thought he was like, I mean, I'm assuming you knew him too, like before I
Yeah.
like mentioned him, right? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I like to describe the red tornado as a cooler looking Vision. He definitely looks way cooler.
Agreed.
He's got like the red skin. I guess it's not really skin for either of them. But then he has like a gold avatar arrow on his head. It's so cool. He's very cool looking.
If it was based on pure fashion, he's way drippier than Vision.
So much drippier. So the red tornado is actually made up of two forces of nature, the tornado champion and the tornado tyrant. And these are two beings that were from the planet of Ron. And they basically were like Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
So one, like the tornado tyrant is a evil being, and the tornado champion is a very good hero. And these two things saw that the villain, his name is T.O. Morrow. It spells tomorrow.
Gotcha.
He was building this android. And so these two beings saw it and kind of fought each other for a position in this empty android and ended up both getting into it.
Nice.
So both of the spirits, I guess is what I'll call them, entities exist within this android and end up giving him like a personality. And this villain, T.O. Morrow, was going to use him to destroy the Justice League. So he wipes their memories and places them in the Justice League and is like, hey, you're a hero. Like, go be a hero with the Justice League. And he gets there and he's like, why don't you guys know me? Like, I've always been here. And then, yeah.
Oh my God.
And then, like, later finds out that he was created by a villain. And the tornado champion kind of, I forget who, like, inspires him, but, like, his good side beats out his evil side and he becomes a hero.
Nice.
Yeah, so he is a tornado being mixed with an android. He's a android airbender is what he is. He can control wind, he can control and create tornadoes. He's an air elemental all around. He flies so fast that he's invisible. He's got super strength. He's durable. He can lift over 20 tons. He cannot be mind controlled because he's an android. He's super smart because he has access to all android computer, supercomputer mind. He has enhanced vision and hearing. He can hear like miles and miles away. Vision, he's got enhanced vision. He's so durable that he can take a missile from point blank and it won't even like scathe him.
For sure.
His downfalls are that he is always kind of at war with himself. He's also upset that he's an android and therefore doesn't have a real soul, quote unquote.
Oh wow.
So he fights with that a lot. He's kind of got like an inferiority complex. And also just a random like fact to throw out there. There's a version where this android, instead of getting taken over by the tornado beings, what is his name? Mr. Lane, Lois Lane's dad, places Lois Lane's soul into the android because she died. And so Lois Lane becomes the red tornado at one point. So
then Clark is fucking the red tornado. Eh?
Yeah.
He's like, I can finally go all out. I don't have to hold back. Anyway.
That's what the mouth hole cut is always open for. Oh no, move on.
So to discuss my boy Vision, he is created by Ultron using the power of the Mind Stone. So he's already got, I feel like, a leg up with the fact that he's got an Infinity Stone in his skull. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But he gains sentience from Ultron, who creates him, and then Ultron's like, "I want you to be my body," and Vision's like,
Nay.
"No, I've ascended you actually." And Ultron's like, "What?" He's, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's my point."
Like, I'm
But
better than you.
he is an android who has just like an incredibly large amount of powers. So, he's got the ability, he's got a computerized brain, so he's super smart. So obviously superhuman intelligence, and he can manipulate his like density of his body. Like people can just like phase through him. He can phase through things. He can like do all the basic shit that robots can do, like see real good and fake voices and hear nice
See real good.
and see through things with his eye peepers, all that kind of shit. He's also just like super super strong, like super fast, like all the basic robot android superhero type beat shit. The density manipulation thing is actually pretty cool. I feel like that's one of his more like notable characteristics, like the ability that he can just like be like, I am malleable. You can just come right through me. No problem.
What do you mean doors? I walk through walls.
Exactly. So obviously, superhuman strength and durability. I don't know what intangibility means, but that's something.
You can't be touched.
Oh, and that's the density shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Flight, solar radiation absorption. Don't know.
Oh my
I guess
god,
that's
that's
pretty cool.
amazing.
And that's from the solar gem. Oh, so I guess technically in the comics, it's not the Mind Stone; it's the solar gem.
They are all the Infinity Gems in the comics.
It's just a gem that's could like does shit with light. Like that's it.
Does it
It's the
just
whole point.
absorb light?
The solar gem on the Vision's brow absorbs ambient solar energy that his body is able to convert directly into usable forms by a process not unlike photosynthesis in plants, but with 99% efficiency.
Holy shit.
Of
That's
course.
amazing.
And therefore, he can use solar energy beams.
Wow.
If you remember from the episode of What If, where he uses his solar energy beam to cut Thanos in half.
Yep. In like half a second. I saw a meme and they're like, yo, you can do that. Like Wanda was like, yo, you could do that the whole time. Like the fuck.
Yeah. I mean, like, why didn't you do that from the beginning? Literally, for what reason? But yeah. So Vision is kind of OP. And I honestly don't even know who would win, whether it is two Jekyll and Hyde tornado gods or one robot that he's also kind of crazy. Like I feel like he is like he's very powerful.
I think it's hands down Vision. I think there's no competition.
Really?
There's like this insecure like robot that can control air, and then there's Vision who's like, I can manipulate matter and I know everything. Like what? Like there's no match.
He's like, have you ever heard of the ship of Theseus, Red Tornado? And Red Tornado's like, no, I'm dumb.
He's smart. He's got computer abilities, but he's also like, I've heard of the ship of Theseus, but like, can you find my soul? And fucking Vision's like, I have no soul and I've made peace with this. Zoop, done. Like done for. I think there's no match.
No. All right, so then Vision catches the dub real quick then. Not even a question, I guess.
Yeah, so, I just don't see it. I just
damn. So that's 4-2 for Marvel then.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like I knew which one was coming next, and I was like, oh, I see what's happening here.
You are potentially gonna have a comeback right now, though, so we'll see. But for our last and final round, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing Moon Knight, and Batman, the two crazy, brutal vigilantes from each of their respective comic book.
This whole side is Batman's. So
Moon Knight and then
Batman.
So I can talk about Moon Knight first.
Yeah, please do.
So he is blessed with the powers and abilities of Khonshu, which is the god that he gets his power from. Mark Spector, regular Joe, basic guy, just your average mercenary. Goes on an excursion to Egypt, gets majorly dicked on by every single person he interacts with, and instead goes crazy, develops multiple personality disorder, and becomes Moon Knight.
No biggie, just a regular trip. It happens to all of us.
Just normal stuff. U.S. Marine, mercenary, and costume superhero. So he is an expert pilot, expert detective, interrogation expert, master marksman, weapons master, master martial artist. Literally, I think he's like knows everything: boxing, judo, Krav Maga, Salat, Damba, Savat, Eskrima, karate, Muay Thai, and Kung Fu. So that sounds like everything. Multilingual, pain resistance, and telepathic resistance. So he's got resistance against the ability to manipulate minds, and he because of his crazy. And it even says insanity, torture, spiritually gifted, or simply numb from all the years of damage to his body. Moon Knight has an incredibly high threshold for pain.
That's so sad.
So Moon Knight's suit is also very cool. It is Kevlar, and also later upgraded it to adamantium, which, if y'all don't know, is what fucking Wolverine's claws are covered in. And that shit is like unbreakable, I think. So crazy.
Yeah.
He's also got he's got moonarangs. That's not what they're called, but I'm gonna call them that. He's got moon-shaped fucking boomerangs, like Batman and his batarangs, a truncheon, a club, and nunchaku, whatever the fuck you want to call it, just a big stick to beat the fuck out of people with. Apparently, he's also got pistols that shoot said crescent ranks. Oh, nice.
I shoot moons. Yeah. That's his fourth personality speaking.
He's got and apparently in some like instances he's got onks that he just whips at people. Because sure, which is like
because Egypt.
Because Egypt, yep. And Khonshu, like, I think gives him like a lot of like other powers too, unless it's just the fact that he's like fucking crazy. I feel like Khonshu actually doesn't really give him like powers. He's just like, you're my boy, right? Like that's
there's
like
actually
kind of
like I think there's only one iteration of Moon Knight that has powers, and the rest is just him being a badass crazy person.
Yeah, I will say at one point in a comic book arc, he gets imbued with the Phoenix Force.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very, first of all, costume. Nut. Instant ejaculation. He is very sexy when he is combined with the Phoenix Force. It is very cute.
He looks good always, let's be real.
True, except for when he looks like White Ermac.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of here. But he like brings around the age of Khonshu with the Phoenix Force because, why wouldn't you? Sure. What the fuck? Why? What else would you do?
Obviously.
Yeah. And Khonshu's like what? Like a panther god or something. Very creepy. There are a lot of like some of the Moon Knight runs like get really like fucking.
They're all
funny,
so dark.
Funny. Like the early ones are funny as fuck. Like was it Dracula, you stupid bitch? Like give me my money or something like that. Like yep. That was printed. They printed that. They printed that. Like no problem. I'll find my Moon Knight memes. It's so funny. It's so funny, guys. I swear to God, we'll post them on Facebook.
Yeah, I have a bunch of comics. I can go through them. There's some good one-liners in there.
It's very funny, but there are also ones that's like, oh, just death and PTSD. So obviously, that's one thing he doesn't have on Batman is multiple personality disorder, which I'm sure is not great. But Bruce Wayne is not without his share of trauma.
Oh God, so, yeah.
Take it away, madame.
I am not gonna paint us all with the origin story of Batman. We all know it, and if you don't know it by now, you definitely don't care at this point. Like you've never cared, and you never will.
Yep.
We all know how Bruce Wayne becomes Batman and why. We basically know what Batman has surface level, but let me go through his attributes just like Carl did. He is in peak human strength, absolutely perfect. Peak human durability, peak human speed, peak agility, puke human. Peak stamina, peak reflexes, peak metabolism, peak human senses, master martial artist in, oh my gosh, MMA, Muay Thai, Eskrima, Krav Maga, I don't know how to say that, Savate,
That's
Yaw, Taekwondo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ninjutsu, Kendo fencing, Genjutsu, Kali, Bojutsu, wrestling, Friend combat, boxing, kickboxing, Hapkido, Sambo, Wing Chun, parkour, Shorin Ryu, Salat, Chinna, Kyoto, Aikido, and I'm only halfway through the list.
bruh. All right, so I did not list all of them. Goddamn. Yeah. I don't think we need to keep going. I think that
No,
it's pretty clear that that
uh,
that
wait, hold on. Weapon mastery, expert marksman, master acrobat, master spy, disguise mastery, master escapologist, master intimidator, genius level intellect, master tactician, master detective, master hacker, expert interrogator, expert driver, expert tracker, multilingualism, indomitable willpower.
that last one is the biggest one. That's the
Honestly, that's
biggest
what
one.
makes Batman. Um,
Indomitable willpower.
he's obviously got his bat suit, which is Kevlar, sometimes titanium. It's bulletproof. We all know the bat suit. It's indestructible, except for his face mask. Has not perfected that like ever. He's got his utility belt. It's got smoke bombs, explosives, batarangs, everything you could ever need because he's Batman. Um, he uses gas capsules. What is the thing? Oh, a grappling hook all the time. He's got bat gliders, bat cycles, bat copters, bat boats, bat planes, then the Batmobile. And he's a billionaire, so he can literally make whatever he thinks of. That's Batman.
Yeah, so sadly I don't think Moon Knight's craziness is gonna come through for him here.
I think, unfortunately, for Moon Knight, as badass as he is, I think there'd be no challenge.
Really? Like you don't even think a little bit?
No, because I think Batman's intellect is so insane that by the time Mark even knew what he was doing or like what was going on, he'd be done for.
Yeah, I guess at the end of the day, he really is just a mercenary who beats the fucking shit out of people. So like, that's just like another day in the neighborhood for Mister Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I just think that he wouldn't stand a chance with the mind games.
Yeah, true.
And I mean, Batman, no superpowers, has literally and will continue to literally beat everyone in the Justice League. Like powers don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just smarter than everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
Sad. It's
Batman.
okay. Moon Knight takes the L, but Marvel takes the W, ladies and gentlemen. I found the Moon Knight panel I was looking for. I actually don't think this is real, but it's too funny for me not to read. And it's I know you're here, Dracula, you big fucking nerd. Where's my goddamn money?
I hope that exists somewhere. I really do.
um, wait, Dracula isn't an Avenger? That lying fuck. This is him interacting with Punisher. Hello, Mark. You still crazy? Little bit. You still murdering people? Little bit. How's your imaginary god? He's good. How's your dead family? Just classic stuff.
Mark Spector does not know where to draw the line.
Mark Spector shoots a guy. Lady, did you kill him? No. Sadly, I shot him with a dissolving toxin that'll keep him in nightmares for days.
Oh, bummer. No fun for
um,
anyone.
he gets shot through the leg. Relax. I'm far too borderline psychotic to feel pain. Nearly there anyway. You're it's been said you're crazy. It's been said. Also, I hate to be the one to point this out, but wearing a white suit, he's kind of gonna see you coming. That's the part I like. Fucking loon. Fucking loon.
He's like no fear badass, but only because he doesn't know any better. Like his brain is like he's literally like the meme that's like, this is fine, and there's just like flames everywhere. Like that's Mark Spector. He's like, this is fine.
Yeah, but that is a definite L from Moon Knight. Would not really surprised, but so 4-3, ladies and gentlemen. Marvel wins the day this time.
Fair
Not
enough.
likely.
There are many more.
There are a lot of other ones that are pretty decent matchups. between DC and Marvel with character counterparts. So if you guys like this one, maybe we'll do another episode like this, talk a little bit about some other characters, maybe get a little bit more obscure for
Yes,
y'all.
I kind of like just explaining like the random superheroes.
Mhm.
So I think maybe one day I have a book that I got from Loot Crate that is literally a list of bad superheroes that were made by Marvel Comics. I think
I want to read that.
I think it'd be really
I
fun.
would
So
love I would love to go through the Great Lakes Avengers
yeah.
and
Oh God.
talk about Big Bertha.
And Squirrel Girl.
Mm. People love Squirrel Girl. I don't.
I know.
I'm like, for what reason? She is
But
so dumb.
it's the same way Ant-Man was so obscure and then like as soon as he got known, he was like blew up.
Yeah. Although he's always been like a main Avenger. Like he was never not an Avenger. Like Hank
Yeah.
Pym anyway.
Yeah.
Scott Lang's a little bit less like
He's a lot more
true. He's just that boy dumb.
goofy.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A little bit of nerd shit for you today. So, obviously, of course, I had to come back with a banger because all I want to do is bang her.
Felicia.
Yeah. And Selena and Wanda.
Oh my
and Zatanna.
God.
Why do they all have the names at the end?
Because they're gonna give you a boner.
Anyway, got me thinking about names now. Anyway, we're gonna end here. So thank you all for listening, ladies and gentlemen.
What you've done? do you know what you've done?
I think this was fun, and I really enjoyed talking superheroes with you, Chanel, because God damn it, if there's one thing I could talk about for fucking hours, it's that.
Superheroes, that's it.
That's it. That's all I need.
I hope you had a good birthday. Sorry we missed you for the week of your birthday, but we love you lots.
Thanks, guys. I'm 20.
Oh, he's not a teenager anymore.
I beat teen pregnancy.
Yeah.
I am not a teen dad. Thank God.
So happy
Fucking
for you.
hell. Yeah, but that's what they were telling me at my party on Saturday.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, thanks, guys.
One thing down. Next step.
Career. Turn 20. Next step, life.
Life coming at you fast. What's that Ferris Bueller quote?
Yeah, literally. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might just miss it.
That's my man.
And I get my cup right here. This is Ferris Bueller.
Oh, look at that. What are
I
the
was
chances
drinking
of
sparkling
that?
water out of it the other day.
You bougie bitch.
That's me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you didn't, you can suck my balls. Consider it a birthday present. Thank you all so much for listening. This has been Rated E for Everything. Make sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at Rated E Pod, as in podcast, as in pod racing, as in Star Wars episode next time.
Hey, yo.
And thank you guys so much. It's good to be back. You already know your boy loves you. I was kidding about that dick sucking thing. Stay golden, cuties, and stay blessed.
He was not kidding. Okay, we love you. Bye.